Hey everybody, it's She. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe. I hope you're having a fantastic day, night, morning, whatever it is for you, wherever you are in the world. Yeah, I'm making another video, right? What is this craziness going on with me? Why am I doing all these PWIs? Why not? You know, I've been feeling really creative lately, especially I've been making all these AI videos. I've been writing a story, and it's just giving me all this creative energy, and I'm just filled with all these ideas, so that explains it right now. I apologize if it's a bit too much, you know, whatever. We all have our moments, I guess. Okay, if you're new to my channel, hello, I am She. It is nice to meet you. Subscribe to my channel, leave a like, leave a comment if you feel like you should. Let's be homies. Alright, let's get to the video. I'm here to provide you with some tips, some suggestions. Maybe we can go over some reasons why retail might be right for you, why it may not be right for you, why private servers may be a better option for you, why they may not be a better option. Let's go through all of it, okay? Because I am still seeing those freaking videos people are putting out where they're like, oh my god, is PWI a game I want to play in 2026? And then they go and they chill in Celestial Vale of all places. Celestial Vale. And they're there for like 15 minutes. And they're like, oh, look how much fun I'm having. Oh, this is so boring. People that play PWI, that have played it and have played it for years, don't go chill in Celestial Vale, okay? That is a noob area. It is literally a tutorial area. You do not leave PWI noob status until you are well over 100, okay? Maybe not even 105. You got to be reawakened a couple times. You have got to be in it deep for you to get past that. And even then, I'm still noobish, okay? And I've been playing this game since freaking beta. Alright, those videos, just ignore them. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. No shade, but at the same time, it's just clickbait, okay? It's just, that's not how this world works, alright? And we're gonna discuss all that here in a minute, okay? Alright. Okay, so let's start from the very beginning. Let's say you are new to this whole experience, alright? And you were watching one of those videos I was just talking about, and you're like, oh, that looks like it could be a good time. It's free to play. Why not? Why don't I join that world and become part of that experience? Okay, let's talk first about that. What is the difference between PW and PWI? I think that's the most basic thing that you could probably learn out of all this. Okay, so PW, Perfect World, the game Perfect World, it originally started as a Malaysian server back in, I believe, 2004, 2005, something like that, 2006, whatever. It was the very first server I ever played on. I played in 2008. That's when I first discovered it. It was something that I played for a very short period of time until I found out that PWI, Perfect World International, which is a North American company, was putting out something to replace PW because Malaysia was going to start not allowing North America to use their server anymore. So North America put out a version themselves, and that's what PWI is Perfect World International, okay? And a lot of other servers too were being closed down and stuff that was like their hub to it as well. So they made it to where all these other places could come together and experience the same game. Everything that you see on retail, which is, you know, the version of that you get in Malaysia, it's just the American version, all right? Or, well, the North American version. Everything they get, we get here probably 6 to a year later after they put it out. So usually, if you want to find out what's coming out for retail, you can go and read what Malaysia has already set up for everybody, and you can figure it out. All right, so that's the difference. Not a big deal. It's okay. I would kind of like to play the Malaysian server again. Everybody there was really fucking nice. For obvious reasons, probably can't. I mean, I'm sure maybe if you have a VPN, you probably could. But even then, I don't know. Don't listen to me. Don't get yourself in trouble. I don't know. All right. Okay, so why do we call it retail? Because it's the official, unofficial version of the game. It is strictly pay to win, and people do pay to win. You cannot do anything on the game without paying to win, to be honest. Earlier versions of the game used to allow you to be able to farm coin and gain a lot of profit, but over time they made it almost impossible for you to farm coin in this matter. Example, I was clowned on for about 6 months for not charging the last time I played retail. Yeah. And I mean clowned on daily by people for not charging. It sounds stupid, right? Yeah. It is the way of life. It is part of the whole experience, and people will let you know if you don't fit in, darling. Yeah, that sounds toxic as fuck, right? Yeah, okay. Well, there is no server more toxic than PWI retail servers. Not all of the players are awful, but I've literally known people who have tried to forever sleep themselves because of this game. I know what you're thinking. That cannot be true. Yes, it is true. It is very, very true. There's some dark history to PWI. You can look it up. You can look it up yourself. There are stories and stories of this. Even I have terrible, terrible stories. The people that are playing for high stakes here have a lot of their money invested. It could also be a place where people think they have ownership of you, especially of women. That's a whole other story. It's a bad fucking experience, and I'm putting out a warning for you guys. Be careful if you do go this route, okay? I don't know if any more of that kind of behavior is going on over here, because as you could see in the video that I put out not that long ago, there's hardly anyone fucking here. But just be careful, okay? Wow, that sounds god-awful. Why would a private server suit me better? Why not just play something else? Fuck that shit. That's probably what you're asking now, right? I have no answers for you, okay? Again, high stakes, baby, okay? If you put a lot of money into something, sometimes you can't let shit go, alright? I finally had to do it. A lot of other people are doing it. Now let me explain why a private server may be a better time for you. It really depends on what exactly you're looking for. There are dozens, and I mean dozens of different private servers that hold different experiences. Maybe you used to play a long time ago and would love to feel the nostalgia. 2012 PW. Well, then maybe one of Heaven PW servers would be right for you. There's two of them. There's Heaven 146, which I have a video on, and then there's Heaven 136. It was 126, but they just had an update, and now it's 136. They're going up the line of them. It reminds me of the old 136 server that used to exist. It's pretty much exactly the same thing. I don't want to relive that life, even though it was like my favorite server of all time. It's still the same people there, and I'm fine, thank you. Or maybe you had your tune nerfed, which is a real thing when it comes to PWI. Maybe you like to play during the era when Dustblades were the cream of the crop. Then you could try PW Mayhem, or even Evolved. Current PWI's Dustblades are nerfed as fuck. I guarantee you will not have a good time if you try to play it on retail. Another example of this, let's look at my Mystic on two different servers. Here's Little She on retail. Back in 2018, 2019, around there, Mystic's got a complete redo, and this was set up to accommodate the whole glyph feature coming into play. It was a slow and steady change, which allowed there to be two different versions you could play with glyphs. Retail, little she, can no longer keep her summons out as long as she'd like. Instead, there's a timer. During that timer, you can give certain magical buffs to your mana squad members, but the mistress disappears. You can no longer bring them out over and over again, which can make PK annoying. Like if you used to use your devil to freeze people, but at the same time, it makes your Crag Lord extremely powerful. But again, a time limit. With this update, we also got a lot of really big changes with our glyphs that made us a lot stronger. So it's a kind of like a win or lose situation. It really depends on which version you'd like to play. I could see the pros and cons of each. Now here's Lil Xian Evolved. She's in the version of where the glyphs first came out, but before the absolute change of summons. She can keep her summons out as long as she wants to. Her Crag Lord is still strong, but she can't give the mana buff to her squad members. I prefer this gameplay over Retails. You can find an earlier version of this on Heaven 146 as well, though without the glyphs. I would say it's 2012 style, and probably my favorite style of playing a Mystic of all. So in all, there are pros and cons of playing main servers in comparison to private servers and vice versa. It really just depends on what you're looking for and how you want to play. One of the pros of Retail is that you will always be able to play the latest versions of tunes and the latest expansions. Though, I have to admit, there are far too many cons, and frankly, my soul can't take any more of that kind of abuse. Not only from the other players, but from the devs themselves. Retail is notorious for false bans, long wait times on tickets, or just plain out gaslighting from customer support. It's also extremely expensive in a world right now where people can hardly afford to buy freaking groceries. It just doesn't seem worth it in my opinion. How do you know what private server may be right for you? My suggestion is just to try them all out and make the judgment for yourself. What I enjoy may not be a playstyle you're looking for, and vice versa. I'd say Evolved is probably not only the most popular server, but you will experience people from all the basic people categories I have created, which are the following. Number 1, retail players or ex-retail players. This is people who have played nothing but one of the versions of retail and nothing else. Number 2, private server people who have played nothing else but private servers. Number 3, people who have never played any of the last two and are looking for something new to play in general. Number 4, or people who have played a long time ago. I'm talking a long time ago, and want to feel the nostalgia of PWI again. Where if you jump into something like Heaven PW right away, you will come across mostly people who have played nothing but private servers. They all know each other and have played all private servers together. They all tend to end up on all the private servers and will jump around together. It's kind of a tight clique that might be hard for you to become a part of, but if you do, good for you. That is why I think Evolved is a great place for people to start. You get people from all aspects. It's the closest thing to retail without actually being retail, and they tend to go above and beyond to keep the gameplay the same as what is most requested or popular. I know some people might disagree with this, but it's what it is. I made a video not that long ago about Myth PW simply because I heard a lot of people were banned from Evolved and went there to look for something different. Sure, there's things about it that seem really cool, but there seems to be some kind of charge ban for North American players, so no cute fashion for she. Totally don't recommend. So in closing, picking a server may seem hard, but my best recommendation is just to try it out for yourself and see if you like it. If you want to see more PWI related content, subscribe to my channel, like the video. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys soon.